Hey guys, people, how you guys doing today? Hope you guys are having a great day. So I just wanted to have a little conversation with you guys. A real conversation. I guess I kind of just tell you guys where I'm at, what's going on with me. So I was sitting right here in my room, and today's my day off of work, and I was feeling kind of flustered because I wanted to make a video, but I just like there was no real ideas that were kind of like heavy on me to like do, and I feel like all the ideas that I was coming up with were just to like get like clout, basically. Like I had a couple of ideas, I'm not going to tell you because I made a couple of them, but they were fun, but it just wasn't what I felt like the route when I created my channel that it was supposed to be. So I was kind of just sitting here analyzing and reflecting on where my mind was at, where my mind space is at right now, realistically, what's going on in my brain. And I kind of just felt like I kind of was just analyzing my whole life just as a whole and how I feel about where I'm at. And then I saw this post on Instagram. Let's see if it's still up. That said, you're not in a storm, you're in a transition. Right? And then I looked at their caption and it said 2015, 2017. Like, this is a long transition, okay? But it ends now. So that's what they're saying. And I was just like, wow, what perfect time, because I totally feel like I'm in a storm right now because my brain is just like all over the place. And I just want to make a video for those people who kind of struggle with the same thing that I struggle with, which is having a lot of ideas. And then you have so many ideas that you get into idea fatigue and you don't even do anything because you're like, well, which one do I do? And I don't like any of these, but there's so many. But it's just like then you get into overwhelm, then you get into frustration, and then you get into shock, and then you freeze and you do nothing because our body wants to protect us from overload, so it just shuts down. Right? It just freezes like a computer. When there's so many things going on, there's so many tabs, right? The computer is like, okay, and it just stops. And then that's what our bodies do. They do the same thing, they just shut down. And I was in the middle of shutting down. I'll be honest with you, I was like, I'm done. I'm not gonna do anything. And then I thought about all the other things, all the other priorities, and all the other things that I have to do besides record. But I feel like there's also a reason why I have this innate drive to record. Now, the subject, the topic, and the reason I'm creating this video is all centered on what I believe to be is comparison, and maybe, I don't know, I don't want to say envy, but I will say comparison, because what comparison is basically looking at, well, in the context of how I'm using it, is looking at someone else's life, comparing it to where you are in your life, and then like weighing the two and making and adjusting your emotions on how you feel about yourself and your life based on how someone else is portraying theirs in comparison to where yours is right now. Now, I've talked about this in previous videos, and I've addressed the dangers of doing this and why you shouldn't do this. And basically, I'll reiterate it quickly, but when you're comparing yourself for a number of reasons you shouldn't do it, right? But the biggest reason why you shouldn't do it is because just based off of the surface level of what someone is letting you into their life, and using just that snippet of someone's life that you may or may not even know anything about. Most of the time it's people we don't know anything about, because when we know people, like, we don't really care, because it's like, I know your life, but I don't want your life. But when we do it based on from an outside perspective on someone else's life that we barely know anything about, and we compare it to where we are in our lives, number one, that's dangerous, because we don't know where that person is in their life, or the things that they had to go through in order to get to where they are right then in their life. And you could just be in a phase that's setting you up to accomplish whatever it is that you set your mind to accomplish, or to live the life that you want to live. And you're just right now in the transition phase. You're not in the storm, you're just in the transition, right? So you're comparing your struggle to your success. You're comparing your journey on the way to your destination to someone who has arrived at their destination already. But you're not comparing it to their journey. So it's like that. I feel like that's where the danger in comparison comes, because we have these really huge and high expectations on where we should be at in our lives, or the kind of things that we create, or in my situation, the kind of content that I should be producing, when I'm not at the same level as someone else, or my calling on my life just is different. Like, I'm just different, and just accepting the fact that I'm different than A, B, C, D, E. Yes, A, B, C, D, E inspires me, but I'm not A, B, C, D, E, and I will never be A, B, C, D, E, and I will never do anything like that. So I think that's where comparison is so just dangerous and tricky. It's just this big alligator of do not do-ness that we fall into. We fall into that stupid swamp every day we open Instagram. It's like Instagram is the alligator devil. So yeah, so anyways, I hope I didn't lose you in that. And yeah, so I do kind of want to like give an example of what comparison looks like. So an example is, I remember one day I went to this little like dance clubby thing, those things with the earphones, but it's like the silent parties. Have you heard of those? Anyway, you put on earphones and there's no real music playing when you take the earphones off. It's like silent, but everyone can hear the earphones on their ears, and there's like 3 different channels or stations that you can listen to. So then if you see someone listening and their things are blue and yours is blue, you go up and then you start dancing, because it was the same song. Anyways, it sounded like a fabulous idea. It wasn't really that fabulous, and yeah, it was okay. It was kind of fun, but not really all that great. Long story short, I was there with a friend, and there was no cute guys all night. And when I go dancing, I like dancing. I like dancing with guys, I like dancing like with a partner and stuff. I just love it. I love dancing. So there was 2 guys that walked into the dance party, and they were like tall, and they were handsome, and they were dressed nice, and like they just came in, and like one of them started dancing already with a girl, and I was just like, oh my god, like I want to dance with this guy, because this guy obviously came to party and he's cute. What the heck? So yeah, forget all the other non-cute guys in this party. I want to dance with those 2 guys, one of them. So yeah, so anyway, I'm like in the dance party, and I'm like dancing with my friends. The guy's kind of right there, but like he's standing by me, standing by my friend, but he's not saying anything to us. And we're kind of just in my head, obviously my mind starts racing, right? And I'm just like, okay dude, like I'm bomb and you're bomb, and like why aren't you trying to dance with me? Why don't you grab my hand and dance? Why didn't you say anything? Why didn't you say I was pretty? What's going on? Right? And then anyway, so he like walks away. and he goes and he dances with this girl who's like absolutely not like dressed as fabulously as I am. And I'm just like, what the heck? And like the girl cannot dance at all, and you know, she's all like kind of quirky. I'm just like, okay, really? Like, you dance with the girl, and I'm not judging her, she didn't want to dance, but he was like making her dance. He's like, come on, dance, come on, come on, come on. She's like, oh, no. And I'm just like, are you serious? When I'm sitting right here and I'm dancing, you don't want to dance with me? I was so upset, I was so frustrated, and I was like really starting to question my identity. I started to question how I look, how I dress, am I dancing weird? Like, is there something in my teeth, something on my face? I need to go to the bathroom and check my face, and check my face, all this stuff, right? Over this guy that I have no idea who he is, right? And then I'm like watching him like a hawk at this point. Then he goes to the bar and he starts talking to this girl, and on top of it, check out what the girl had on. So the girl had on this white turtleneck, kind of like what I have on now. It was really tight though, the white turtleneck with a long sleeve and some like jeans with like this much of stomach showing, and boots, like high heel boots. So she was all covered up, right? And it wasn't that I wasn't, I just had like this like white tee and jeans and heels on. But like, you know, like my chest was out, obviously I had like a tank top on. But I was like, seriously? I normally dress like that when I go out. I normally am all covered up. The one day that I don't, he goes to this girl. She's not even cute. Look at her hair. Her boots aren't cute. This is where my brain starts going all the way in. Starts comparing already. Starts comparing what she looks like to me, and then like really diminishing how I feel about myself, because I'm like, I'm looking at her, I'm not inspired by how she looks, so why would he go after her when I feel like I look better than her, and all of this stuff, right? And then and he was talking to her. Now, it wasn't like they were dancing, so I was like, oh my god, so he likes her, he's probably getting her number, this is probably going to be it, this is probably going to be her husband, they're probably going to get married, and then, listen. My brain went all the way there, and I'm just like diminishing myself on how I look, just completely going in on myself. At this point, it's like turning into, I don't even know, just and so then that's happening, and I'm just like, gosh, this is so crazy. And so then he walks to, like, he's dancing with her, and it looks like he gets her number. And then he walks away, she goes to the bathroom or whatever. So then after that, I just read it off. I was like, I'm over it. It's just not gonna happen. Like, I'm over it. I'm ready to go home, actually. Like, I'm ready to dip, ready to bounce. And the guy who I was watching like a hawk, his friend, I gave up on him because he was dancing with every girl in the club but me. I was like, not interested. He's not even interested in me. Forget him, right? And then I didn't say anything to my friend about those guys. But like, she also kind of low-key had her eye on one of them too, because they were like the only cute guys in the party. Now, when I say cute guys in the party, it's a party, it's dark, and these guys never approached me, so I haven't seen any of them like up close, right? I'm just looking at the facade that they are presenting to everyone in the party. They walked in, they're tall, they're outgoing, they're talking to everybody, they're dancing. They're kind of like, you know, from afar, they're kind of like over there by the bar. I'm not really close to them, so I can't really see them. But, you know, I'm writing them off as cute. So then, me and my friend, we go to the bar. We went to the bathroom, and then we're walking by the bar. We don't drink, so we're walking by the bar, and then the cute guy that I have my eye on approaches us. And he goes, oh, excuse me, to my friend, right? We're both walking together, but he like, you know, excuses my friend. And then in my head, immediately my head's like, okay, well, at least he's going for my friend because she's cute. Like, that's fine. But like, come on. And but still, like, whatever. So then he goes and he approaches her and he's like, oh, are you guys sisters? And then my brain's like, police. Okay. He thinks we're cute. Okay. Then he's like, are you guys sisters? And I'm like, and she's like, no, we're not sisters. He was like, oh my god, you guys look alike. I'm like, yeah, sure. And then my eyes begin to focus. You know when you guys go on Google and you search an image, and then when you first click the image, the resolution is blurry, so you have to wait a minute for it to unblur, and then for it to unclear. That's what I had to do with this dude, right? So this dude is like so tall, right? So I'm having to like look up at him, and then my vision is kind of blurry. I'm still kind of seeing that same facade that I was seeing before from afar, and then my brain, my eyes start to kind of just like unfog, and I like see him clearly, and then boom, the resolution is fine, and I see him up close, and it doesn't look anything like I pictured him to look like from afar. And I was kind of just like, whoa. Like at that point, my brain, my whole body, I just felt disappointed with myself for all the thoughts I allowed myself to think over this guy that I had no idea what he really looked like, and once I saw him closely what he looked like. Now, I don't judge people, I don't call people's names, but I was 100% unattracted to him. 100%, not 98, not 50, not because he was talking to my friend, I'm attracted to him. I was 100% unattracted to him, and so was my friend. So, yeah, and I'm not gonna like tear this guy down, I'm not gonna say the attributes about him that were not attractive to me, but let's just say he was 100% unattractive. Now, he wasn't repulsive. He had like, you know, a nice outfit on, he had a nice haircut, he had cool curly hair, but he just was not attractive to me. And when I say that, I mean in every way, like everything, like the way he looked in his face, the way he spoke, the way that he articulated his words, the content of the conversations that he was creating, the way that his actions were, what he was saying, his focus, all of it was just so unattractive and just like that. So yeah, and then so he's like kind of talking to my friend, and I was just like whatever, and then his friend came up to me, right? And then so same thing, so he's like another tall beast, and so I had to unfocus my eyes, and I was like, oh, okay, let me focus them. Now this dude, he wasn't more or less that he was unattractive, he kind of just like the vibe that I got from him was kind of like he looked like he would play the character of like and I'm not judging him, but this is how I saw him. He kind of looked like if somebody was making a movie and they had a character that was going to be the devil, he would play that character. That's how both of them looked, actually. They were just really tall, and he had this gloomy look about him, and he had really sharp teeth. This guy, now the guy who approached me, he wasn't as unattractive as the other guy, but just unattractive. I would say he was still 100% unattractive, but he was better than the other one. Where am I going with this? Why am I telling a random story about two guys that I had my eyes on that ended up being ugly? Shallow how moment? Well, the reason why this is important and relevant is because I feel like this is the same way that we treat comparison to. This is just a real life example of what comparison looks like. Comparing or dreaming about a life or dreaming about having something that someone else has that we don't really know much about. We're looking at it from afar. I was looking at this guy across the room at the club, and then I started comparing myself to that girl that he was talking to at the bar, right? Wishing that it was me, wishing that he had came up to me instead of her. Why is it her? How come he's not talking to me? I want that guy. I want that guy. I want to get to know that guy, right? But when I took another look and I cleared my focus and I really saw the guy for what he was, I absolutely wouldn't want that guy. Never, ever. No, keep him, please, Lord Jesus. Keep him away from me. But I felt so strongly about it looking from the outside in. And rather than checking myself and coming to the realization that what is for me is only for me, and I will know it's for me, and I wouldn't have to have these feelings about things that are supposed to be in my path and be in my life. And that's kind of the conclusion to the story. Basically, yeah, so all in all, the lesson that I learned and have to keep reminding myself, because I know it, you know it, we all know it, don't compare yourself to other people, but basically the moral of that story is don't allow yourself to compare your life to someone else, because you have absolutely no idea what their life really looks like. And you have absolutely no idea that's a life that you want to live. So instead of focusing on afar and dreaming on what somebody else's life looks like, and then doing things to set yourself up to get to that life, you may end up looking at this ugly guy in the face thinking, what did I get myself into? Right? Because it took a long time to get rid of them, let me tell you. So instead of having to burden yourself with dealing with devil 1 and 2, focus your eyes on your journey and on your life, and work towards looking introspectively into your life and on the inside of you, and really take the time out, however long it takes. If it takes 2 days for you to continuously sit in the same spot and to just do nothing but daydream about the way you want your life to look, do that. Do whatever it is that you have to do. It doesn't matter if you look weird or you feel weird about it, or you feel like you're neglecting everything. It's important that you get what you want your life to be in check, because then it's just going to be this floating, whimsy flesh thing that just hops onto one creature to the next. So all in all, don't compare yourself to other people's lives. Don't compare your life to other people's lives, because you may end up realizing that it's not as fabulous as you think it was, and then if you went as far as reaching for that, you may get stuck.
Na na na